Dear students, today I am going to share with you how to make Gantt chart using an Excel sheet. As you can see, in this case, I have taken an example of writing the research paper that we discussed in the class. Now, writing a research paper can be divided into further activities. Like I have divided or decomposed the whole writing research paper, which has the writing part from here to here, and then reviewing part, then editing part, then proofreading. So just to explain you, and as an example, I have taken this one. Now, hypothetically, we assume that the title of the paper, like we start from 8th of March, and the duration that it takes to complete the title of the paper, let us assume is 1 day. Okay, so I'll write it here in days. Okay, so the unit of the time that we have taken is days. So here also I'll mention days. Fine. So now 1 day is taken. Now end date can be calculated automatically by using the formula work day, because generally we assume that Saturday, Sunday is weekend and no work is done on those 2 days, right? So generally Monday to Friday is working day. So assuming this condition, we can make use of workday command or formula, and this will also help you to save your time in looking into the calendar for each date to identify each date. So it's good that you use the workday formula here. Like you can see workday, you can select it here, and you will have to insert two information here, the start date and the days. So click on start date. If you click on here, the start date is this one, okay, and comma, and the number of days is this one. So you have selected these two cells, close it, enter. So it will automatically calculate the end date. Now, if you can see here, end date is 11. However, the duration is 1 day. So it should have been 9th of March, not 11th of March. Now, why we got 11th of March? Because now if you see here, 8th of March is a Friday. This is a Friday, and then you have Saturday, Sunday after this, and that is why Saturday, Sunday have been excluded from here. Okay, and now you have this one, 11th of March. Now if you have the extended duration with you, so what will be the extended duration? You can calculate by subtracting the start date from the end date. You subtract these two dates and you'll get the answer. So the adjusted duration of this work will be 3 days instead of 1 day. Now what you can do here is you can simply scroll, select these two cells and scroll them down. Okay, so now you have got some values. Just ignore as of now all these values. However, now let us start with the collection of the data. Let us suppose the data collection starts on 11th of March. So I am simply taking the dates where the predecessor ends basically. Okay, fine. So the previous activity ends. From there, I am picking up the next activity. So I am picking up 11th of March as the starting date of collection of the data. So instead of mentioning the date here, what I can do, I can simply equate it with the previous cell of the end date and enter here. So it will automatically do everything. So let us say collecting the data will take 3 days. Press enter. So it will automatically calculate the end date and the adjusted duration. Similarly, let us assume that reviewing the literature starts on 14th of March. So, scroll down to end this one. So don't worry about these dates. You don't have to worry about this date, right? Here, if you see, you have the 14th. Now you simply have to mention the duration here. Don't worry about the starting date here, because this is simply an example case. So don't worry about the starting date. It will automatically be calculated by the Excel sheet. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to take 10 days for literature review. I would say that because literature review is a critical, crucial part of the research. and it takes time to review the literature to come up with some concrete observations. So I am devoting or allocating 10 days for literature review. Now, if you allocate 10 days for this, so it will automatically see calculate the end date 28, and 14 days are the adjusted duration. Now you must have noticed that here automatically you have the date, start date for the gap analysis, because I am taking one approach that the day previous activity ends is the day when the next activity starts. Okay, so now here the gap analysis starting on 28. Let us say gap analysis takes, for example, 1 day. So automatically it is calculating the further days. Problem definition again taking 1 day, and research question means you are drafting the research question. Let us say it is also taking 1 day. Drafting the research objective is also going to take 1 day. Proposing a methodology is also going to take 1 day. Design and analysis. Now this is something which can take some time, so I'm devoting 7 days to it. So see, automatically it has calculated the end date, and then you have result and conclusion. So I'm giving 2 days to this one. Now once I have written the paper, now I have to review this paper now, because so that I can find out the errors and all sort of small little mistakes, and which can be edited before I submit the paper, right? So let us give for example 3 days to review the paper, 2 days for editing, and 2 days for proofreading. Now if you see here, you have the starting date, the duration, and you have the end date and the extended duration, right? Now let us make it a little bit impressive, bold all these things. Now let us make the Gantt chart using this table. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll select the activity from here. I'll select the start date from here, and I'll select the adjusted duration from here, right? And then you can go to the insert, right? And okay, you can go to, sorry, you can go to the insert and the recommended chart, all chart, and go to the bar chart. Now you can select this one here, right? Now you have selected. Now there is a problem with this one here. If you see, you have the wrong axis coming up. Now the reason being is that this chart is not taking the dates separately. It is taking date at the part of the activities. So that simply means we need to solve the problem related to the dates. Okay, so what can we do in this case? First of all, I'll delete this one. Okay, now what I can do is I can simply convert these dates into the general format. Fine. So how you can go into the general format, select the dates that you want to convert, go to this part number on the ribbon, select it, and select general, and then press OK. So now it is converted into general values. Now you have these arrows over here. You can simply ignore these arrows, select them, go to this error mark, and you can ignore these errors. These errors may come up, so don't worry about them. You simply ignore them, right? Now you can select the activities, select the start date, and select the duration, the extended duration. Again, you go to the insert part, recommended charts, all charts, bar charts, and this one. Okay, now you select it. Now you see you have a chart with you. So on the y-axis, you can see you have the activities. On x-axis, you have the general values of the dates. Okay. Now we do not, so we'll reverse the axis also. Before that, what we can do is we can, unfill this dark color, blue color, by selecting this one, going to the format and shape fill, and you can select no fill here. So you have unfilled data. So it is now transparent, right? Now you can reverse the axis. What you can do to reverse the axis? You can simply click on the axis over here, and you will have this ribbon open on the side of the screen. Now you have the filling. If you want to fill the color, you can fill the color, and we don't have to fill the color here. So we are going straight to this axis option. So on the axis option, scroll down and check this one, categories in reverse order. Now, once you check this one, you can see, now you have water flow kind of formation of the Gantt chart, right? And now you can click over here, Fine. Now, what you can do, you don't need the star dates and adjusted date duration over here, the axis, the basically series details. So you can simply select, bring your cursor here, select it and press delete. So it will be deleted automatically, right? Now we have see title, collection, literature review, gap analysis, problem definition, blah, 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 and reviewing, editing, proofreading. Now you can see we have a lot of space, here before the title, this one, and then you have this date, the color part starting. So you can remove this part. How can you remove this part? Click on the axis, this axis, time axis. Click on this, go to the axis option, these bars basically, go here, select axis options. Now here you see you have 45330, and we can see that our this is starting from 45350 and 45360. So I can select anything in between them. Let us say 355. So you see it is moved shifted toward this side. Okay. Similarly, you can change the lower axis also, lower values also. And now units here by default, it is taking 10, 10 unit on the y-axis. These, if you see these vertical lines, vertical grids basically, these vertical grids are separated by 10 units. That means the difference between two consecutive values is 10. See, 45355, 45365, 10. So we can convert this also into 7 because 7 days are there in a week. So we can make it a weekly basis. So what you can do, you can go to the axis, click over here. Sorry, click on the axis, go to the text option and axis option, go to the axis options here, measure and replace this 10 with 7. Now you see you have now 7 days. 45355 plus 7, 45362. Now you have weekly. Okay. So this will give a better understanding. So how many weeks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks are there to complete the whole work. Now you further can, move this particular color option, which is between 45355 and 45362 towards 45355. For this, what you can do, click on the axis here, go to axis option, go to axis option here, and now you can take like you can see here there is a difference of 7 days here, right? So you can, okay, fine, I'll replace it with 8. So we still have some gaps, so let us take 9 over here. Fine. So now if you see, it is already touching the axis starting from here. Similarly, you have, like, if you see the last part here, this one is touching 45408. Now select this one, go to axis options, 45408, enter. Okay, now you see you have this one with you. Now this is done. Okay, now what you can do is you can click on this one, replace this with the dates. Fine. How will you do that? Select the data in the table, this one, the date data. Convert this back to the dates. Go to number, go to this one, and then select date here. Select the syntax also, like date dd, mmyyyy, or mmddy, whatever you feel convenient with, and select. Now you see you have dates available here because dates are like this is very congested here, so you can uh, you know s- uh, stretch it a little bit. Okay, fine. So you have stretched, you can clearly now see the dates. Your project is starting from 8th of March and ending on 26th of April. See, the end date is 26th of April here. Fine. Now, further you can do is you can write the title here. So to write the title, what you can do, you can simply click on the title here, bring your cursor in the space bar here, select equal to sign, and then select the cell where you have mentioned your title and press enter. So you'll see you have title coming up here. So in this way, you can make your Gantt chart using Excel sheet. It is very convenient and helpful. Make use of formulas to make it automated instead of using it manual. Okay, so you can try with different types of projects, assuming different type of projects, breaking them down into the activities, assuming the start date, the duration, the end date, and the extended duration. Okay, you can exclude the weekends by selecting the formula workday for the end date. So this is how you can do it. I hope now it is clear to you how to make use of the Excel sheet to make the Gantt chart. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much.